there, beer tubers. Welcome back to another episode of Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look at Sam Adams' new fall seasonal, Bonfire Rauchbier. Brewed in Boston since 2004, a Rauchbier is a dark, malty smoked ale. This specialty malt is dried over an open fire, giving the brew a distinct smokiness. The complex flavor of this brew includes a rich maltiness that balances the smoke character with a deep caramel and toffee notes for a full flavor and smooth finish. Cheers. I've had a smoked beer before. It was a Monte Brassos and Russe Fumé Imperial, and there's a review on my channel of it. Can't remember being too impressed with it. In fact, I think it tasted like crispy bacon potato chips. We're about to see how good this is. Now, it's been brewed since 2004, but this is the first time it's been released in one of these Sam Adams Tasters packs. I think it's the first time in bottles, which is why it doesn't have the same universal label. It's listed as a featured style along with their Harvest Pumpkin Ale. There's a few others in there as well. Yeah, so let's see if it measures up. It says best before January of, I'm assuming, 2012. Anyway, let's take a look at it, pop it open. Now, it's just a basic Sam Adams cap on the top here. It just says Samuel Adams. However, I want to preserve my caps, and I'm just going to do a little experiment with my BBBarfly. And what I've done is I put a piece of electrical tape on the outside edge, but I've also trimmed around the edges right here, and here's why. Because when you close it, if it's fully taped like that, you get stuck. And I wasn't able to get it open, so I cut up the tape so that the lower edge right here is completely covered in rubber. But it's still fastened to the thing. So let's see if adding a little rubber to it will make it, sounds wrong. That cap's bounced out of reach, so we'll worry about that later. Anyway, let's give it a pour. My Sam Adams Perfect Pint glass. It's got a red, golden, somewhat brown color. About a little over a finger of head. And that head's got like a tan color to it. It's slightly off-white in the creamy sense. Now, unlike the Russe Fumé Imperial that I had last time, I don't smell anything this close to the beer, and that one was cloyingly smoky. This one, I'll have to stick my nose into it. It does have some notes of caramel and toffee. And a nice satisfying amount of smoke in there. It's not like the smells are very strong, but they're there. Head's almost gone. Looks like it might leave some decent lacing though. And it's got a nice, like a somewhat sweet, it's almost like it's coming out with a sweet berry smell. Does it say anything about what hops they used? Deep caramel and toffee. So like a sweet, smoky, caramel, toffee, berry smell. It's good to taste. Whoa. It's got a subtle smokiness throughout it. But it's not, it's there and it's noticeable. But it's not cloying. It's mildly bitter. The bitterness doesn't linger very much. Smokiness gives it, imparts it a little tiny bit of almost bacony, but it's not over present. It's just a nice flavor. The most predominant taste in here is a nice sweet taste of brown sugar and caramel. Wow. That's nice. Subtle hints of berries, like red berries, like or red fruits like red apple and maybe red grape. Touch of strawberry. But that smokiness is there. It's enough to be noticeable, but it's not overpowering. And there's nothing cloying about this beer. It's nice and smooth. A little bit crisp, actually. It's not too heavy either. Maybe almost bordering on watery, but it's actually really nice. Yeah, I'm going to sit down with this one for a bit, and I'll come back with some thoughts. Be right back. Alright. Okay, so first thing I'll get into here, the damage that BBBarfly modification did to the cap. Nothing. Not a scratch. Subtle bend, nothing that can't be bent out, and if you're really, really careful, you could probably take that cap off without damaging a thing. Wow. Cool. It worked. Yeah, so rubberized. Just a tiny bit of rubber will keep it from marring your caps. Anyway, back to Bonfire Rauchbier. What did I think? I actually found this to be rather delicious. It had some really nice ale, like almost like English bitter ale flavors, like caramel, toffee, like red fruits, dark fruits. It had some nice subtle flavors, very complex, and it had a nice smoky flavor throughout the body of the beer, but not one to the point where it's cloying. It was actually nice and mellow, and a really delicious beer. I'm actually really impressed with this. This is like head over heels better than that Amateur Brasseur one. This is absolutely delicious. I can't give it a 4.5, I think. Perhaps the flavors are a bit too muted for that. For the style, it's actually really quite wonderful. Outstanding beer. And I'm going to give this a very high 4.0 out of 5. I would definitely recommend this. It's worth buying the Taster's Pack for. That Harvest Collection, if you have this available, definitely go get it a try. Just to try that Rauchbier, just because it's really good. Do I recommend it? Yes. 4.0 out of 5. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review. I hope you enjoyed watching the review, and I'll talk to you later.